In this tutorial, you will learn how to dry large amounts of liquid with the rotary evaporator, also called the Roto-Vap. This machine works under reduced pressure, so safety goggles must be worn while operating it. First, determine the size of the round bottom flask to use. Your liquid should fill the round bottom halfway or less. If it is too full, the liquid will bump when hooked up to the Roto-Vap. First, be sure that the stopcock controlling the vacuum pressure on the left side of the machine is open. Then, clean the bump trap. Do not assume that the person before you cleaned it, and attach it back to the apparatus. Next, fit the round bottom onto the glass arm of the machine using glass adapters to create a snug fit to both the machine arm and the round bottom. The numbers on the adapters and the round bottom will tell you the size of the opening, and should match up to make the best fit. They will not hold together on their own, so continue to support the connections, and clamp the fittings together with plastic clamps. This will hold them together. The clamps vary by size, and other sizes can be found in the stockroom if none create a snug fit with your adapters. Carefully lower the arm and the round bottom into the water bath by tilting the whole machine. You want the round bottom to be submerged about a quarter of the way into the water. This should not be very deep. Also, be sure that none of the parts come in contact with the edge of the water bath. Before starting the machine, you will need to put dry ice, CO2, into the top compartment. Ask your TA or instructor to get this for you. Then turn on the machine. This must be done in a specific order. First, turn on the vacuum pump. This will be a separate machine on the right side of the setup. Then, turn on the motor. The switch is on the right side of the machine, next to the speed dial. Once this is turned on, turn up the speed. You want the round bottom to spin at about half speed. Then, close the stopcock to create a vacuum. Adjust the temperature of the water bath if needed, otherwise room temperature usually works. You must monitor the machine the entire time that it is running. If the liquid in the round bottom begins to bubble, briefly open the stopcock until it stops, and close it again. This prevents the solvent from bumping into the bump chamber. You can tell when your unknown is dry by tilting the round bottom out of the water bath and checking for any liquid left in the flask. A ring of substance will usually form around the bottom when it is finished. However, the product may be an oil, in which case, look to see if there is no change in the solvent level over time. If there is no change, then it is done. Take the round bottom off of the apparatus using the reverse order of what we just did to put it on. First, open the stopcock, and then turn the spinning all of the way off. Next, flip off the motor switch next to the speed dial, and finally, turn off the vacuum on the right. Clean the apparatus by detaching the collection flask on the left side of the machine and pouring its contents into the appropriate waste container. The contents will include the solvent after it has boiled off of the unknown, and possibly water that was condensed and frozen in the apparatus. Also clean the bump trap if you had any solvent bump into it.